What's up, y'all? Your girl Dr. Nina is super excited and grateful on today because my website is finally live and available. And to give back to you guys for all your love and support over the years, if you sign up for my exclusive email list, you will get a free 8-day supernatural course which teaches you the ways that I've learned to live my life in order to transform it and get the best results. This also includes critical tips that I've taught my clients and students to make positive gains in their lives as well. And guess what? It will be delivered to you automatically over the next 8 days, but only when you sign up for that exclusive email list. And don't worry, that link is down below for you in the description box. So come on over to my new web home designed by Cheers Creative. Kick your feet up and let's transform some lives.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Dr. Nina. Missing edges can really throw a wrench in our game, can't they? You're trying to look good, trying to look polished, and then you pull your hair up and you find you don't have any edges. Edges. Don't be ashamed if you feel like your edges are thinning. We've all been there. When I had relaxers, I would pull them ponytails so tight you could see my brain cells. Sometimes you might even notice a cycle with your edges. Sometimes they're fuller and sometimes they're thinner. There's different things you can do to make sure that you're replenishing those edges and taking the best care of them possible. So the first thing you got to do is understand the causes of hair loss and hair damage along the hairline. For some people, it's hereditary, extreme or fast weight loss, stress, polycystic ovarian syndrome or PCOS, lupus or other chronic illnesses, hypothyroidism, overstyling and pulling at the hair too much, iron deficiency or even anemia, pregnancy or after pregnancy, issues with your scalp like alopecia or dermatitis. So if you see that your hair is thinning, there's ways to doing things now that support hair growth. So all of these methods are things I choose to use, but I want you all to figure out what works best for you as well. If you think you have an illness or a medical condition causing your hair to thin, make sure that you take the time to go and see your doctor. Most everything I talk about today can be found down below in the information section.
Make sure you thumbs up this video if you like it, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel and also my vlog channel. Make sure that you come back on all Thursdays and some Sundays for video uploads, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload.
So the first tip is just making sure that when you're protective styling or doing your hair, you're taking time to inspect the hairline. If you want to keep them edges, you need to make sure that you're comparing them to the day before and sometimes the week before, because them are some real sneaky little suckers. They will slide right on out. Make sure that you're not causing any excess damage or breakage, especially if you protective style a lot or wear wigs or weaves or things like that. Just keep an eye on that hairline. This is as simple as taking a selfie. I see you edges. I don't see you edges. Not here. Okay. Time to switch it up. So if you're wearing wigs, weaves, or braids, take the time to inspect the hairline to make sure none of the hair is gone away. The next thing is to encourage yourself to do scalp massages, especially when you have downtime or things like that. Scalp massages are easy to do. They don't take much of your time and they often help to stimulate hair growth.
When I think of it, I like to reserve 15 to 20 minutes for this, just rubbing the fingertips gently around the temples of the hair and around the hairline. Be very careful not to rub too hard because the purpose is not to further damage the scalp or further damage the area where hair loss has occurred. Be very gentle and just continue to move around your head with or without oil.
An extension of this is making sure that you're amping up your exercise. When you get to sweating, it opens up those pores, helps with blood circulation and blood flow, helps to heal those failing follicles, and also could help to stimulate your hair growth. Another thing is to really start learning about topical treatments that could really help to repair damaged hair follicles. One of the things I really love as an oil is vitamin E oil, listed down below. Research says that it also helps with restoring hair follicles that have been damaged. It's one of the things I like to use not only on my hairline, but also in my conditioners that are going to give me back results overall. I like a mixture of almond oil, jojoba oil, olive oil. These seem to do really good for my hair to help stimulate growth and also to just seal the moisture into my hair overall. You don't want those edges to dry out. You want them to stay sealed and keep the moisture in.
After mixing oils into conditioners or using them alone for just a simple massage, you would just proceed with massaging your hair like I showed you once before. It seems that these oils work best for me and they seem to coat my hair very well and also help with replenishing and repairing hair breakage and damage.
So the next thing seems self-explanatory, but a lot of us fail at this one. Make sure that you are limiting the amount of protective styles and how tightly they bang or pull. But there's been times in my life where I couldn't even see because my ponytail was so tight. I know you want that fresh looking, great, awesome style, but at what cost, boo-boo? Do you want to lose your edges over? And the tighter the style, the more the tension.
A lot of my styles have a tighter look to them, but as you all know, I fake the funk a lot of times. I tuck my hair instead of using bobby pins. I also try not to use rubber bands that are too tight, and I try to reinforce my hair as much as I can. So my rule of thumb is to make it look tight, but don't let it be tight.
And that leads me into wig caps and glues. I know we love a good adhesive to make sure that them lace fronts lay right and that wig cap is laid so that our hair doesn't pop up. But be very careful and only use these methods occasionally. These can cause stress and strain on the hair, especially if you're wearing wigs day in and day out, because you could be choking that hairline like a chicken. That tension can slide them edges right on off. Now this next one puts me in an emotional state because I love me some edge controller and gel and a brush. You do not want to brush and slide your edges right on off your head. A lot of the gels that some people prefer have alcohols in them and other ingredients that make the edges dry, meaning that if you go through with the brush even later on, it's going to cause your edges to break and lose moisture. Be very careful about your use of edge control, repeated brushing, and also gels because they can dry and damage the hair follicles on the edge line specifically because that hair is so fragile. I tend to use softer types of edge controls and gels that don't have alcohols in them, that are more natural, and they usually don't leave a residue or a harder, crustier feel on my edge line. So I feel more confident that it's doing more good for my hair than it is evil. Another thing is to calm down on those satin caps, those scarves and bonnets at night. Your hair shouldn't be tied up so tight that it feels like it's going to pop. We're playing with our edges. Sometimes I take my satin scarves and I flip them inside out because the threads are often on the inside that can rub against your hairline and rub that hair off because of the friction. It's not such a distinct thread inside, and if I feel a little threatened, just turn it inside out. That gets rid of that threading altogether for most of it and make sure that you have the outside on the inside. Make sense? Simply sleep with a satin pillowcase instead of all the wrapping. As much as you can, you want to give your hair time to be free. Cotton pillowcases pull the moisture out of your hair. Imagine a forest fire. Now, I'm not saying your edges are going to catch on fire, but you better watch it sleeping on those cotton pillowcases with no protection in between. Another thing that we don't often think about is being very careful with the things we allow to touch our hairline. When you're putting on your makeup, when you're putting on your moisturizers that are astringent in the morning, all of that stuff touching your hairline could be damaging it. A lot of those products have alcohol, tea tree oils, and other harsh things that could be pulling at your hairline. I try to be very careful with washing my face or have a scarf on when I'm doing it so that I don't get those products in my hair. You might want to add essential oil, carrier oil, or also protein treatments to your overall hair regimen. I've already talked about vitamin E, but castor oil and black castor oil are awesome for these. Jojoba oil, coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil, and I also love specific protein treatments as well that are milder in form so that you can seal in some of the moisture and stop a lot of the breakage. A lot of these treatments, especially conditioners or oils, can be warmed up and massaged into the hair, the scalp, the edges to help revive those hair follicles and try to repair the damage that might be there. All about taking supplements and making sure that you're getting a healthy diet in. Make sure you see a doctor before you start changing up your regimens, especially when it comes to taking supplements. I take prenatal vitamins. I've shown you all these in the past, the Rainbow Lights. I love them because they give me an overall dosage of different things that I need in my diet to stimulate hair growth. So the multivitamin route works better for me than specifically hair vitamins. But sometimes it's just your nutrition overall. You need to beef up your nutrition. And these multivitamins supplement where you're not getting the nutrition. So that means you're going to have to beef up on your healthier foods that help to encourage hair growth and also strengthen that hairline. So I hope today has been very beneficial for you guys, and we gonna get them hairlines right, especially with 2018 right around the corner. We're trying to be new and improved. If you have any suggestions of videos to come or any input on this subject, make sure that you go ahead and comment down below, share and subscribe. Make sure that you join my website, drninaellishervey.com, and also get in on my 8-day free supernatural video course delivered to you only if you sign up for my email list. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Beautiful Brown Baby Doll. Peace.